lined up runway 27 at Minhad. I'm just going to show you quickly how the north departure works for Minhad. So obviously we're going to do the usual things. We'll check we've got hook bypassing field, anti-skids on, everything's all set up to go. This is just a brief setup, not taking a massive amount of time. I'm going to add a little bit more stab trim, just because we are carrying the war load that we're going to be carrying on Sunday, which means it is going to try and roll as well, which is one of the things we need to account for when we get off the deck. Leaving the altitude in Barrow, we're only 86 feet from sea level, so we'll be using barometric altimeter, which just stops things like when you overfly roads, like road bridges, towns, and things like that. Stops your altimeter bouncing up and down, gives you a bit of a more clear experience. So we'll do quick checks, enable the brakes, run the engines up, and we'll just do the quick power checks to make sure we're all good. Take us up to about 85%. Quick controls wipe. Rudders are moving, very good. And release brakes. Power's going on, 100%. Burners. There we go. So we're going to come up and off the deck. Go. Rudder, gear, flaps. Out of burner. Looking to stay along, so I'm obviously chucking in rudder to keep us along the centre line of the runway. We want to get to 300 knots. We're climbing out to about 1400 feet. Let's disable that for the moment, because that's going to get annoying. So 300 knots-ish, we're going to engage ATC, and we'll keep climbing out towards the first checkpoint, which is going to be a road junction that's in front of us at this town. You can see it just coming up on the left down there. We'll fly over it and show you, and then we're going to be turning right to, basically there's a road runs parallel to this near one here. So there's your road junction. We're going to continue the climb out to about 1400 feet. As soon as we get to the road junction, just trim the aircraft very slightly just to make sure we're okay. As soon as we get to the road junction, we're going to come right. Still 300 knots. I'm going to put some quite hard turn in here just so you can see which road I'm talking about. That's the road there. That's what we're looking for. And the actual checkpoint is another road junction, which is at the end of this road, which is about here. So if we look out into the distance, we can see the road junction there in the centre of the pitch ladder. Still 300 knots-ish, still climbing out. Just checking the trim on the aircraft, looks alright. Still climbing out, slowly, not in any rush to climb out here to about 1400 feet, and you'll see why. Obviously you can see why there. That's going to be an issue later on if you're too low. Just bump the throttles again. Takes to 300 knots. And your next checkpoint is the southern end of that lake, which you can see off to the 10-11 o'clock. So this is checkpoint 2 here. It's Cloverleaf Junction in front of us. And you want to be doing about 050-ish to get it. So then we're going to go left, and we want to track down this road. Use that as a reference point for the bottom end of the lake. So there's your lake, southern tip of the lake. We're in about here. So about 315, 316-ish. You'll see there's another road junction down there. Set of bridges, overpass that you can use as a easy reference point. And then the next reference point is we're looking out towards the islands. We're going to fly basically between these skyscrapers here. I think it's the Burj Al Arab, and the ones on the right hand side. And there's a road that you can see it just appearing now. You want to fly down that road about 1,400 feet, and what you're looking for is to place the heading of the aircraft over the northern end of these islands. If you can't see a road, you've gone wrong somewhere. So this road that's below us here, big building, big buildings. Now is the time really to be looking at things like pitch, your pitch and roll trims, etc., just to make sure that you're all set up, because after you hit this final nav point, you're going to be turning north in order to start climbing out towards Arco 3 and Arco 5, which are the tankers in the AAR track. But if you've never done that, if you've never done that departure before, it's just to give you an idea and a bit of a reference as to where your landmarks are, so that you're not scrabbling around. Once you hit that first one, it's fairly straightforward. They line up quite nicely if you execute your turns. And then this is your final checkpoint. I believe it's Whiskey Oscar. So as soon as you're over the top of this, power on, turn out, and head off for your sortie. As usual, if you've got any questions, just let me know in the chat. Thank you very much for watching.